Hello students, welcome back to Akshar ID Foundation classes. I am your chemistry faculty, S. Mohan. So students, grade 9, we are started in the volume 2, general organic chemistry, right? In that we already completed the 2 synopses. Now we are going to discuss about the 3rd synopsis. But students, to understand the 3rd synopsis perfectly, then your 1st and 2nd synopsis you might have known perfectly. Okay, so hope you might have studied, learned and practiced the 1st and the 2 synopsis, then the 3rd synopsis becomes very easy for you, right? So in the last class, means in the synopsis 1 and 2, we discussed about the saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbons, functional groups, again unsaturated alkenes and alkynes, and a simple name how to give. So these are all we discussed. Okay. So today we are going to discuss about the nomenclature. Means this synopsis is exclusively to name the organic compounds. So here, after this chapter, after this synopsis, you will be able to give the name of any organic compound, or if any organic compound is given to you, you could able to write its formula, not only formula, but it also its a structure. Clear? So this is a very important chapter, because already we discussed that organic compounds, organic chemistry consists of some millions of compounds. So it is not easy to remember the names of all millions of compounds. So there should be some method. Okay. So that method of giving the name to these carbon compounds we are going to discuss in the 3rd synopsis. Right, students? So students, here in this giving the name to the giving the name to the organic compounds, here it's called nomenclature. Nomenclature. So giving the name. How can we give the names? So generally, when a child, okay, birth in a house, okay, so then parents will give the name. So they consider so many things, right, to give the name to the child, right? Some parents may give the child's grandfather name. Some parents, the check of the zodiac sign of the child, based on that they'll give. Some parents, they give the name to the child on the god to whom they worship, right? So like this, different types of names will be given. But here it's not like that. So here the names will be given accordingly, one order. So here, by seeing any person, unknown person, can you say the name of that person? No, right? But here, if you complete this synopsis 3, if one compound is given, that is unknown compound to you, first time, okay, you are seeing that compound, but you can name that compound, right? That's a speciality here, okay? So that's what here, listen carefully, try to understand, not only understanding, but the extra practice is required, right? Sure. Now let's start. So nomenclature of organic compounds. So giving the names to the organic compounds. Generally, the 3 ways are there to give the name to the organic compounds. The first one is a tribal system or common system. First one is what? Sorry. Tribal system or a common system. Second one is a derived system, and the third one is IUPAC, IUPAC. Okay, 3 systems. All right. In this, what is the first one is a tribal system or derived system. So here the name to the organic compound is given based on the source. Based on the source means what? For example, from where it is available, like citric acid. Okay, the name to the citric acid is given. Why? Because that citric acid is derived from the citrus fruit. From where? Citrus fruit. So, citrus fruit is a source of the citric acid, right? So, we are getting the citric acid from citrus fruit. So, source of the citric acid is what? Citrus fruit. So, that is what based on the source, that is citrus fruit. So, based on that name, the acid name is given as citric acid. Clear? Similarly, if you take like formic acid is an acid which is present in the red ant. Okay, so when red ant sting you, bite you, then you will get little pain. Why? Because it releases a certain acid in your body, and that acid causes pain to you. Okay, that acid is called formic acid. That acid is called what? Formic acid. So here the formic acid is given based on the name red ant. Okay, so the Greek red ant. Okay, so means so in the Latin language, you see here, in the Latin language, red ants are called formica. Red ant is called what? Formica. So from the red ant means what? Here that acid, okay, formic acid, source of the formic acid is what? Red ant. And red ant Latin name is what? Formica. So formic acid. Okay, so formic acid. Similarly, uric acid. The name is given uric acid because this is present in the urea. This is obtained from the urine. Okay, from where? Urine. So urine is a source of uric acid. So that's what here the name is given as uric acid. So this type of method is called the common system or tribal system. So the common system or tribal system, how it is given the name? The name of a compound is given based on the source from where they obtained. Okay, so see here, tribal names are also called common names. Okay, why? In this system, the compound is named after the source from which it is obtained, from where it is obtaining. So based on that source, the name is given. So this is called okay, tribal system or common system. Clear? Any doubt? Simple, no? Right. Going to next slide. So, second one is what? Derived. Derived means what? From it is a derivative of. Derivative means what? From where it is obtaining. Here also it's like that, but it is like based on the first compound of that series. Okay. For example, you see in derived system. This is derived system. Naming of organic compounds generally common name of a first compound. First compound is chosen as a standard. First compound is chosen as a standard. How? I'll explain. Okay, and all other members of that class of compounds are named as alkyl derivatives of that first compound. Did you understand this one sentence? No, I think no. Okay, no problem. Once again, read you. Just read and try to understand. If not, I'm here to explain you. Read once. Understood? Any doubt? Okay. Now, I will explain you. For example, in the previous class, we discussed about the hydrocarbons, right? The hydrocarbons, saturated, unsaturated. Saturated are what? Alkanes, right? Alkanes. So, here I am taking alkanes as an example. Alkanes. Okay. So, who is the first member of this family? Starts with what? First member. First member. Okay. So, first member of alkane family is what? Methane. methane, right? What is its formula? CH4, right? So this is methane, no change. The name of the methane is methane, okay? Now let's go to the second member. Second member of this one, what is the second member according to formula? C2H6, okay? I give the name to as a ethane, I give the name as a ethane, but here we are discussing about what? Derived, okay? So that's what here you forget, okay, the name ethane for some time, okay? You forget the name ethane for some time. Now we are going to give the name on the derived system, based on derived system, okay? So here C2H6, 2 carbons, 6 hydrogens. Alkane means what? All single bonds, right? Now see here, this I can write CH3, CH3. Can I write like this? Okay, C2H6. So 2 carbons, each carbon is sharing 3 electrons, right? So this one. Now in this what I do? See here, observe carefully, very, very important point. Here based on the first compound, okay, first compound is here methane, right? So what I do? I'll make one box for the first carb, okay? Okay, so I'll make any one. So I'll take what I do. I can make it like one box. Okay, so because I want one carbon, so one carbon name is methane. Okay, now the name of this should be methane. That's the first thing. Okay, here it is methane. I'm writing methane. Right. Now here what is there? CH3 is there. What is there? CH3. So CH3 is called what? Methyl. What it is called? Methyl. So the name of this one is methyl methane. What is the name of this one? Methyl methane. Clear? Okay. So one carbon you just separate it. Next, how many carbons are there? Okay. Next, only one more carbon is there. One carbon again we call, you know, that methyl. Okay, methyl. So this is called methyl methane. Understood? Okay. So here if you see, otherwise I'll explain here. So here you see, okay, once again I'll explain you. So alkane, okay. So first member, second member, third member, fourth member also we'll see. Okay, fourth member. So first member is CH4. You know the general formula already. I told you general formula. See, if you don't know this one, then you remember with the general formula. General formula of alkane is what? CnH2n plus 2. Right? So C1. So 2 1s are 2 plus 2, 4. Right? So in this way. Now what's the second member of this one? C2. Okay. So 2 2s are 4 plus 2, 6. H6. Third one, C3. How many hydrogens? 2 3 is 6 plus 2, 8. Okay. C4. Come on, you tell. Very good. So H10. These are the, I'm taking first 4 carbons. So that many of them, but we'll discuss with the 4. Now, this is the first member. The first member is methane. Methane. That's sure. You keep it right. Now to give the second name. Okay, second name according to derived system. According to which system? Derived system. Okay, according to derived system. Then what I do? This I split C2H6. I can split as CH3, CH3. I can split like this, right? Now here one carbon I will separate. One carbon I will separate. Okay. Then always, now this one carbon represents methane. So I am writing the first member. So first member is very important here. So methane. Okay. Now other than this one, what is there here? CH3 there. CH3 is called methyl. So we can write here methyl. The name of C2H6. In the last class, I explained you C2H6 is called ethane. But here according to derived name, the name of this one is methyl methane. Okay, now let us see. You can understand this one. C3H8. So how can I write C3H8? I can write in two ways. One is what? C2H5CH3. Can I write like this? Acha, if you confuse that, then what I do, I'll write first other one, then I will write. Okay, so 3 carbons, CH3, CH2, CH3. This is one step. Okay, so 3 carbons, 1, 2, 3, 8 hydrogens, 3 plus 2, 5 plus 3, 8 hydrogens, right. Now what is it? One is methane. The name should consist of methane, that is must. So separate this one. So this is methane. I'll write methane. For all the methane should be common, remember that, methane. Okay. Now remaining part is what? 2 carbons are there. 2 carbons are there. Okay. So 2 carbons, 5 hydrogens is called ethyl. What is called? Ethyl. So this is ethyl. The name of this one is ethyl methane. The name of this one is what? Ethyl methane. But here again one small condition is there. So instead of writing ethyl methane, you should give one more name. What is that? Now let us see. So here I'll rub this fourth one. Fourth one I'll explain in the next slide. I'll rub now. Okay, fourth one. Now the third one only will continue. Third one only. Okay, third one only we continue. Okay, third one. How can I write? Okay, I'll write same step. I'll write CH3, CH2, CH3. Can I write like this? Same thing I'm writing. So one carbon is called meth, right? So what I do here, I'll take this one, center one. Okay, central carbon I will take. Okay, always while naming the derived carbon compounds, you have to take a maximum, you give the preference to the central carbon. Okay, central carbon. So here this is a central carbon. So this carbon I am writing as methane again. So methane, this is same. I said, for all alkanes, the name should be methane, end with methane. Now, here you see what is there? CH3 methyl. Here what is there? CH3 methyl. So how many methyls are there? 2 methyls are there. Okay. So in chemistry, we say 2 is called a dimethyl. So name of this one is dimethyl methane. So this is the correct method. This is the correct method of giving the name. Is this clear? Now once if you see here you see here, this system identifies the central carbon. Which carbon? The central carbon. So here you see, here I have taken the last carbon here. Okay, so this is not a correct method. I said this is a correct method. I said, right? So this is a correct method. Why? Because I have taken the central atom. Okay, so central atom. So here you see central atom which has the most carbon groups attached, and then names of the groups as a prefix and end with the name with the methane. End with the name methane, and starting prefix. Prefix means what? Before. You should add. What you should add? How many groups are attached? Okay, so how many groups are attached? So here you see how many groups are attached here? 1, 2. 2 methyls are attached. So that's what 2 is called dimethyl methane. So this is the correct method of giving the name. Clear to you? Any doubt? No? Sure. Now come to the next slide. Acha. So I said that I shall give the name for the fourth member also, no? Fourth member also. Okay, we'll see the fourth member also. And then we go to the next one. Okay. So fourth member. What is the fourth member? Fourth member is C4H10. Right? C4H10. Okay. So C4H10 I should give the name. How can I give? So I can give in two ways. The first one, what I said, first 4 carbons, 1 CH3, CH2, CH2, CH2. Okay. So C4H10, 1, 2, 3, 4. H3 here. Okay, 4 carbons and a 10. 3 plus 2, 5 plus 2, 7 plus 10, 3, 10. Yeah. Okay. So now here the first method is what? Just how I told you, no? First you take the methane. So I am writing here methane. Okay. Now, how many left now? 3 left. C3. 3 is called propyl. Okay. So this is called propyl methane. What is the name of this one? Propyl methane. But it is correct. Is it correct? It is? No. What the second rule I said? The carbon should be central atom. Right? So you can take in another way. How can we take the same structure? I'll take like this. CH3. 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 H. Can I take like this? So count the number of carbons. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many hydrogens? 3 plus 3 plus 3, 9 plus 1, 10. 10. So this is satisfying. Now here, which is the central atom? Central carbon? 1 carbon. So write methane. Now it is attached with how many carbons here? How many methyls? This is 1. This is 2. This is 3. So 3 methyls, right? So 3 is called what? Tri. Okay, trimethyl methane. That's all. Clear? So like this, you can give the names, okay, to these organic compounds based on the according to derived names. Okay, second type of names. Okay, derived names, right? Now you might have a doubt, sir. If it is alkane, you are writing like methane. Okay. If it is alkane, how is it? Okay, then we'll go to that one also. Okay, so we go to, if alkenes are there, how can you give the name? If alkenes are there, then how can we give the name? Alkene general formula is what? CnH2n. And where n is equal to 2, 3, 4 and so on. Right? Now, how many carbon atoms? Oh, sorry. What is the first member of the alkene? What is the first member of the alkene? C2H4. Okay. So this is what? Ethylene. Okay. So H4 is called what? Ethene. Actually, I told you that ethene. That's also correct. I'll come to that also. So, but here it is called ethylene or ethylene. Anything you can say. This is the first member. Now, what's the second member? Here 2 becomes 3. Second member. So, C3, 2 3s are 6, H6. So, now, here can I write like this as C3 carbons are there? 1, CH3, next CH, double bond, CH2. Okay. So, I can write like this. How many carbons are there? 3, 1, 2, 3. How many hydrogens? 6, 3 plus 1, 4 plus 2, 6. Very good. And alkenes means what? Which contains at least one double bond. So, here one double bond is also there. Okay. Now, what you do? What is the first member? First member is what? Ethylene. First member is what? Ethylene. So, here ethylene is what? This. Double bond is there. So, you separate it and write ethylene first. Right? Now, after separating the ethylene, how many carbons are there? Only one. That's CH3. CH3 is called what? Methyl. So, the name of this one is methyl. So, the name of the second member of the alkene is methyl ethylene. What is that? Okay. Methyl ethylene. Clear to you? Okay. So, like this, you can write. If, for example, you want to give the third member, similar way. So, C4H8, right? How can I write? CH3. I'm writing according to rule now. I'm not going to in different ways. So, I'll write like CH3 CH, double bond, CH, CH3. Okay. So this is a C4H8 fourth member. Okay. Now what I do? This is alkene, means what I want? Ethylene, where the double bond is present. So that's what I do. I'll take separate double bond. See here how I am separating some double bond here. Okay, this is ethylene. So first I'll write ethylene. This is common for all, ethylene. Right. Now you see this side what is there? CH3, which is called methyl. Here what is there? CH3, this is also called methyl. So total how many methyls are there? 2. So write dimethyl. Dimethyl ethylene. Clear to you? In this way, you can proceed to give the names of the compounds according to derived names. Okay. If it is alkanes, then alkynes. Alkynes first member is what? C2H2. And what is its name? Acetylene. So what it comes from? First member is acetylene. Second one is methyl acetylene. Third one is called dimethyl acetylene, and so on. So very simple, no? So easy, students. So try to understand it. Okay. So that's the second part, derived. Okay. Now after these two methods, now we are going to the third method. Okay. So what is the third method? Third method is IUPAC system. What it is? IUPAC system. This is a very most important system because we are following now actually this only. Officially, we should give the name according to IUPAC. What is IUPAC? International, already I think we discussed somewhere. International next Union of Pure P applied A chemistry. Okay. So IUPAC, very important. So this one. So this is the organization, okay, which frames the rules and regulations, okay, in the chemistry. So how to name and how to about the everything in the chemistry, the rules and regulations will be framed by this IUPAC, okay, International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. Okay, so this is initially in 1892 it was originated, then under it so many changes, and finally here it is named as in 1993 IUPAC, and there is a final, we are following this one only. Okay, so it frames the rules to give the name of the compound. So how to give the name of the compound? For example, in your class, okay, in your class with the same name, for example, you take Pawan Kalyan, okay, just we take Pawan. So maybe on this earth or in your village or in your city, in your village, whether there will be only one Pawan Kalyan or only one Pawan in the city or on earth, no, so many Pawans are there. Okay, for example, my name is Mohan. So I am the only Mohan, I am the only person with the name Mohan throughout in this world. No, some thousands of Mohans might be there, right? But how can you identify which Mohan, right? That will be very difficult. Okay, but here, so IUPAC framed the rules in such a way that now see here, the given compound can be assigned only one name. Given compound assigned one name. Okay, and a given compound can be assigned only one molecular structure. Structure also only one. The system can be applied naming the complex organic compounds. How to give? The system is applied in naming multifunctional organic compounds also. Okay, and the simple systematic. Okay, this is a simple systematic and scientific method nomenclature of organic compounds. Right. So students, I think just how I told you that. So there might be many Mohans out there. Yes. So in that, how can we identify that an actual person? Okay. So how can you identify? By seeing face, by this one. Instead of that, better the fingerprints. Okay, in the biology you might have studied that fingerprint is individual and unique for every other person. So this fingerprint will give the unique. Okay, and even in Aadhaar card or something, their iris scanning is also taking, but okay, that is different. But so here on one name, no so many compounds. Okay, and one compound cannot have so many names also, right? So here they're given some steps, some rules and regulations that for every one compound will have only one formula and one compound will have one structure. Okay, and to give that, the easy simple methods they proposed. Okay, so that's the simple, systematic and scientific method for our nomenclature of organic compounds. So what are the basic rules? So students, now from here actual topic starts. Okay, so once take a long breath, okay, like yoga, and bring all concentration to the class. Okay, close your eyes. Take a long breath. Bring your total concentration to my class. Okay? Chalo, right. So now we are entering into the actual topic, students. Okay? We are following this one now, nomenclature, that is IUPAC system. That is basic rules of nomenclature. In the basic rules of nomenclature, the first thing is root word. Okay? First word is called what? Root word. Root word is depends on the how many carbon atoms are there. So root word which indicates a linear or continuous chains or carbon atoms are known, okay, by a special root words. Okay, like this. Okay, for example, you see here. For example, you see. We'll give to the here you see. This already we discussed in the previous class, the root word. Okay, if a chain of carbon compound which contains only one carbon, that is called meth. That's called what? Meth. If it consists two carbons, that's called eth. Okay, two carbons. How? Carbon, carbon. Two carbons, eth. Three carbons, prop, prop. Four carbons, but. Okay, so like this, 5 carbons, pent. Okay, like this we already discussed, but we discussed up to 10 only. That is decane. For alkane, decane. For alkane, decene. Okay, now, but here we have some additional 10 also. You need to learn this additional 10 also for JEE mains, right? So here normal 10 is sufficient, but you are preparing for JEE. So that's what we need to learn some additional extra from the other students, right? So that's what you need to learn up to 20 plus if it is 30, 40, 50, this also you need to learn. Okay, so that's about this one. Now your primary suffix is there. Okay, suffix means what? Which can be added later to the root word, that's called a suffix. Okay, and a primary suffix. So root word after what you are adding, that is called primary suffix. After that, if you add one more word, then that is called a secondary suffix. So root word, then what you are joining first, that is suffix, first suffix. Second one, that is the second suffix. Okay, so now here primary suffix. Once you see the primary suffix, so primary suffix are added. Okay, for where? To the root word. Okay, to the root word to show the saturation or unsaturation of hydrocarbon. Like For example, CH4. Okay, I have given. I said how to name this one also. Okay, so first normal hydrocarbon consists of two parts, I said. Okay, two parts. One is based on number of carbon atoms. How many carbon atoms are there? Only one carbon atom. Okay, so one is called what? Meth. And this is satisfying which formula? CnH2n plus 2. Okay, that is alkane. So alkane, this belongs to alkane. From the alkane we take ane and we add ane. So the name of this compound is methane. Okay, so here the first one is a root word. This is what? A root word, and this is called a suffix, which is added later. For example, if I take the compound C5H10, for example. So how many carbons are there? 5 carbons. So root word is what for 5 carbons? Root word is pent. What is the root word? Pent. So first part, root word is pent. Right? Now I want suffix. Suffix means what? How can I check the suffix? It belongs to which hydrocarbon? So C5H10 belongs to alkene. Why alkene? Because general formula of alkene is what? CnH2n. Okay. So here C5, 2 5s are 10. So this belongs to ene. So then what I do from the alkene? I will take the ene here and I will write ene here. So the name of this compound is pentane. Okay. So this ene is called a suffix. But after ene, if I add some more, then that is called a secondary suffix. Now here it is primary suffix. Ene is a primary suffix. So see here, for saturated, this is ane. For alkane, ane for alkane. Okay, ene for alkene. Okay, ene for alkene. Ine for alkyne. Ine for alkyne. Like this, sir. So now first these three are enough. Okay, so these three you can study later, but if two double bonds are there, means like here it is only single, means one double bond, only one double bond. So one double bond, this is called ene. If sometimes in one chain, if it consists of two double bonds, then that is called a diene. Okay, diene. Di stands for two. A diene. Okay, alkadiene. And if two triple bonds, see triple bond, this is called ine. But two are there, diene. Correct? So like this, if three triple bonds are there, three double bonds are there. Double bond is what? Ene. Ene. But how many? 3. So write it tri. Okay? Like this. So first you practice this one with this, and then we go to the some other one. Okay? So here students, here today I will stop with this topic. So with the primary suffix, you write the names. Okay? You write the names of first 20 alkanes, alkenes and alkynes. Okay, so first 20 alkenes, alkenes and alkynes. So today's your homework. Okay, so today's your homework. What is your homework? Today's your homework is to write first 20. Okay, names of alkenes, alkenes and alkynes by using root word and the primary suffix, or just I'll write a suffix, because here we'll have only one suffix for the this one. For example, I want to write the C8H14. Okay, so root word is what? Chain of carbon. How many? 8 chain. So that's called oct. And this belongs to which hydrocarbon? Alkyne. So ine. The name of this one, octine. So like this, total 60 words you have to write, 60 names, 20 of alkanes, 20 of alkenes, 20 of alkynes. Okay, so there's a very important, students, organic chemistry. See, most of the students fail. Okay, organic chemistry is very difficult. If you ask your siblings, means if your brother, sister are completing or doing intermediate, then you ask sister or brother, which chapter is very difficult to you in chemistry, then 99% of the students will answer only one, that is organic chemistry. Why? Because due to this. Okay, so nomenclature, if they don't understand, then you can't give the name to the compounds, you can't write chemical equations, you can't write the chemical reactions. So it's very difficult to you to understand the organic reactions. Okay, students, so hope you will learn and you practice, because you are a very good and smart students. Okay, thank you.